Hello and welcome to a new mini-series I'm trying to do. As you see from the title, this is gonna be a kind of like walkthrough guide, but with the focus that I'm, like, as I said, focusing on the lore of the game. As you know, I'm like kinda now unofficial the guy that kinda dedicates to the game's lore, cause I don't have any hobbies and I'm alone. So yeah, this is gonna be a kind of interesting playthrough where I go through the game as an tutorial-wise, but also point out some interesting lore theories in every quest, in every item description, cause there are actually some item description that have some interesting lore points, and we're just gonna go through it together. This will be a little, as I said, little video series. I'm hoping to get out before the 1st of August, cause if you saw my last video where like kinda made the playlist of the Heartwood music, then you know that I, like in the description, you know that I'm not gonna be able to like make that many videos in the 1st of August. I'm gonna buy myself a laptop to like work on like the lore document and maybe some videos from there, but they're gonna be not really active as I like try to plan doing this now, cause with Shadowfang being real close and hopefully coming before, you know, August 1st, I hope I can work more on the lore document and do more videos for you. So we see how this goes, and I see if I'm able to like make videos from August, cause I can't speak, sorry. It's my first time really speaking freely now, and I hope I don't speak too long, and I hope my microphone picks it up well. My headset mic, by the way. But yeah, as said, I hope I can produce videos from there, cause I have like a voluntary ecological year. So I hope I can do some videos and I don't disturb the people that do this with me, because with three people in one house. But without further ado, I will just start with the guide. I'm gonna link timestamps, so you don't need to sit through my ramblings, and we can start with the guide. So the game greets you with this little message from the third helper saying, "Hey adventurer, new in town? Looks like you've been traveling for a while. Are you running from something? Well, anyway, I can upgrade that piece of junk sword if you bring me 2 rotten pelts." Next. Then, of course, the controls, they will be rebinded in the future as far as I know. And with that we start. Yeah, I just named myself some lore guy. Rotten pelts are obtainable from rabbits, so we're just gonna go here and punch them. Basic gameplay. Yeah, from that message, it's kind of left ambiguous what we really are, but with definitely someone that like arrived at this town just a few minutes ago. And this is kind of also a theory that is unknown where like the player comes from, where we really are. I assume we're travelers. Maybe we're really running from something, we don't know. Or is this just like left ambiguous on purpose, so you like kinda make your own character story, cause like the deaths have nothing against roleplay. They actually kinda, I think, as far as I know, they like kind of like encouraged it with like the roleplay channel on the Discord. But yeah, as soon as you got 3 rotten pelts, you can just go back to the third helper guy and collect one of those weapons. I suggest just the sword, cause the sword, even though it does less damage, it hits multiple targets, and multiple targets are better for farming. And single target is only really good for like bossing, or if you want to kill rare spawns on an early level, needs some better damage. But they're like way better single target damages along when you play. And yeah, you just pick the Trevor sword. And he just doesn't say anything more interesting yet. He just says, "Oh, a son of toughness, just help an old elderly fur trapper." Yep, and I fucked it up. Complete quest. And then we can easily equip it. However, this is the first interlude of the video. If you play mage, I would suggest you're gonna pick the trapper wand for the first quest, just because it gives you magic damage. And just as the warrior and rogue meta kinda is putting all your points in damage, I would also suggest that you put all your points from the rogue in damage as well, as I did in magic damage, as I did here. So rogues and warriors go in attack power, and mages and priests put their points in magic power. Yeah, because all of your skills, as you see here, they scale pretty well with magic damage. So I suggest to do that. Also notable is you have now a level up at that time probably, and the current meta is full attack power, so we're just gonna do this. Summon health if you like struggle keeping alive, and then we pick the next quest. He's gonna be a quest provider for a pretty long time. Collect small game meat. Again, we need to kill the bunnies, as you already saw. The bunnies also drop meat, and we pick that up. Pretty easy. And just so you know, I will make cuts between longer farming sections, so you don't need to watch me kill bunnies or like other enemies for hours straight. This will come in the series, like obviously. But when I can fill it with me rambling, I'm gonna do this. And yeah, it goes pretty fast in the beginning, pretty easy. And there we have the 10 meat. Here by the way is also Geraldo. You can just sell your beginners. You can also sell those if you want, but you can keep it. I have like the privilege that I have like a bigger account, so I just have 5 bank slots already bought, and I just put them in here. And then of course you go towards the fur trapper, and you can complete the quest and get the trapper boots. But we are not in a level to get them, so we put our points back in attack power. And then we start the next quest, where we need to collect soft hide. Soft hide is from deers. We can kill the level 4 ones though. Those are like level 5. Those are the lower level deers. They are moderately fightable for us, and we, with a healing spell well timed, we can easily take them on. And get pretty fast towards level 4 as well, because they give pretty decent HP. I may try to pick on 2 here, and then I'm gonna see if you got... Okay, I can actually make this in one cut. They drop it pretty fast. But yeah, the beginning of the game is pretty easy. It's just getting you like started with like the first combat, kind of. But like for the first 5 levels, you only have the self heal. And my Wi-Fi there just decided to completely not wanting to work. Nice. And then we got the soft hide. And yeah, I will just now level to level 5 here, and then I will see you later. So, there I am. I'm back with the quest. I'm now level 5, and level 5 is where the game opens up more possibilities. First of all, as you see, on 2 we got a new skill. This one. It's pretty good for warrior, it hits multiple enemies, and it's pretty good for farming, so you start being more stronger. And with the thing we did before, that we put all our points in damage, we have a pretty strong skill that also has very low cooldown. With that, we can also, from grind to level 5, we also have probably enough soft hide to collect the trapper west. Again, you need to accept and complete. And then we can continue with the trapper trousers, but for that we need level 7. So we continue. For that we also need grizzled steaks, and those grizzled steaks can be obtained just by killing more deers, because they drop this second type of meat. I will demonstrate the skill here. You see it kinda one-shots everything, and thanks... not one-shots everything, but no, it one-shots a lot of enemies on that level, actually like a bit below me. And as you can see, what I do and what can recommend you, as I talked before, we have picked a very strong multi-target weapon. That means we can kite multiple enemies at once. So we align weapons so we can hit the most enemies as possible. Here, okay, actually I survived. And yeah, you can do a lot of, you can maximize a lot of damage with that. So the second interlude. Before we start, before we continue with the normal guide, every class unlocks a new skill at level 5, and now I just go through every class's level 5 skill and kinda tell you a bit about it. So I'm here on my rogue account, and the rogue gains this Shuriken Storm ability. I'm gonna let it in. So as you see, if you throw it like that, it can miss. So I would suggest you just hit an enemy and then you throw it for maximum damage. Cause you see, you have like you have multiple Shurikens you throw, and if you like stand next to an enemy, you hit all of them, and that like maximizes your damage. As you see, that is a very good amount of damage for high single target damage. And as with the warrior, with the rogue you can really easily, with the sword, fight 2 enemies at once. The mage also has a pretty simple and useful skill. Cause you have single target damage, you can focus on one enemy, but you can also attack 2 if you want. But what also makes the mage skill pretty good is that it is a stun. Cause you see, with 2 you throw an ice attack, I don't know what you call this, that freezes enemies. And as you see, it freezes enemies until you hit them, as then they start to attack you again. So it's also pretty useful for single target damage and freezing an enemy that could annoy you if you're focused with other enemies. So the last skill I want to show you before we continue, don't worry, this is my main account. It's level 52, so I'm gonna one-shot those deals, but what I want to show you is pretty clear. As soon as you hit level 5 the priest, you gain this skill. It's like a magic healing ball. And as you see, if I'm standing close to a target, I get those green crosses that show that I heal. This skill does more than just doing damage, it also heals you by standing next to the target. And also next to walls, it works there too. Just if it hits something, it does damage, but also heals something that is close to it. With that you can, for example, also heal random players, like this. So this is a pretty good skill as soon as you start partying, and more on partying in the next guide. But before we continue with mass slaughtering more deers, there's also something else we can do. If you go to the spawn, we at first can look at Geraldo again, you can sell stuff you don't need here. Again, I will sell nothing, but you can start selling stuff at your level if you want to for some extra coins. But if you do skilling, I would keep it if you have the inventory space. And if you don't want to skill, just want to make money, you can sell it, but also keep it for later to sell it on the bulk market here. I already have it unlocked because I have our accounts with level 42, but I will talk about it in more detail as soon as we reach level 15, where like normally unlock it. But I will link another video from another Heartwood creator in the video description, talking more in depth about the bulk market if you want to have it earlier. But as what I wanted to say, we of course can equip on new armor. So we have like a lot of trapper armor in our like inventory, and we will get trapper pants for the next quest. But as you see, I'm bald and I need something on my head, so we can go over here to the furnace, and there on the helmet slot you can see the timber cut helmet from level 5. For that we need 5 timbers. So how do we mine? Pretty easy. You see, from default we have a fishing rod for fishing, a pickaxe for mining, and a wood cutting axe. So we just go here, we grab coal nodes first, or you can grab it after. You just need coal, of course, for smelting. So we grab some coal. My internet died again. Wow, thank you for destroying my tutorials. I love you too. That we need are 3 tin and 2 coal. That means we need 15 tin and 10 coal. So we're gonna get this now. While doing this, I can also inform you that show you how to, track the different skills or not. You see, the combat level will always be tracked, as you can see down here, but the skill level is choosable what will be tracked. As you can see, on default, you are at fishing for some reason. But if you go on the skills menu, on PC you hit escape, and then go on skills, and on phone I think you have this a slider here, or you press like the back function on mobile. I don't know how you universally call that, but I can look it up later on mobile devices and then just show it in here later. But basically, you go on skills and then go on, just click on whatever you want to track, and it tracks that. And with that we got 14 cone, and then we go up to tin. Tin can be found down here as well, as far as I know, but not that much. Yeah, there for example, there you can find tin. Goes pretty fast. Actually more than I thought. Huh. So yeah, we're probably gonna get all the tin we need down here. Level 3. The mining levels don't give you anything, of course, from combat. They just allow you to get higher rocks, but also to equip mining equipment at a certain point. But we'll come to it when we are at this level. So as you see, coal stacks further than tin. Tin stacks in 10 stacks, and coal a bit higher. I think it's 25 or 20. I'm not sure. But generally, just pick if you're gonna skill. What I'm not gonna do here, because I have like an account that has like already maxed mining and smithing. I will just trade it over to the account. But if you're gonna make skilling, collect as much coal as you need. At first, it is pretty important, and you need a lot of it. Just if you're going to tin, just pick every coal on the way. And I may make some smithing and mining guides at some point. If you like it, just write it in the comments. Maybe I'm gonna do that. But for now, we're just gonna get some tin. As you can see, it's just raw material to smelt and bars. There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing real important in like the item description. Only like that the stack racks are pretty cool looking. But yeah, with that, we got enough materials to start crafting. Crafting is on itself pretty simple. You just again head to the crafting station, pick how many you want to craft. I can only do 5, and then you click on craft. This one goes pretty fast, and now we can like kinda talk about the good old days. Back in my day, this was way slower. You can see how slow it was, because if you craft equipment, it goes on the back then crafting. They made all crafting faster, but let the equipment craft at the same. So you then click there, of course, and then it just crafts itself. It's pretty slow. That was everything we had back then. Back then everything was around this fast, and then I changed it, thank God. And yeah, look, we got the tin bucket. That was everything we had back then. Back then everything was around this fast, and then I changed it, thank God. And yeah, look, we got the tin bucket. An equipment you're gonna have for a pretty long time. And with that, I'm gonna cut again. With that, you will be very much prepared to face everything up to level 7, to get to level 7 for the next quest, of course. And the tin bucket is gonna be something that you're gonna have in your inventory in your equipment for a pretty long time, I think. Up to like level 15 and 20, where you can get Elder Scroll Mining Helmet. But as said, we come to that if we are at that level. And then I'm gonna suggest you're gonna still grind those tiers up here, like in this down area, not above, because they are all level 10, they're a bit stronger. And yeah, then I'm gonna see you if it's level 7. Okay, here we are again. After you obtained level 7, you can also easily, of course, collect your trapper trousers for 4 stacks. Accept the quest and complete it. And as you can see, they give a lot of XP, so we have to do this. We can only equip it at level 8, and you see that the next quest is already the pig skin quest at level 10. Because it seems that level 10 is the thing we need to go on now, I'm gonna show you where you can farm to level 10 at best. Still, this spot is pretty good. For now it gives pretty moderate XP, and I would suggest that now you move on from the stacks without horns to stacks with like the little horns. You can even kite around 3 of them, time with your heal and your abilities. As you can see right here, again try to hit all of the swords. You can maybe also take on 4 at the same time with that. And from time to time you can also go towards here and fight those deers if there aren't people that farm the rare spawn for the mount. Pretty easy. You can also take on 2 of them, maybe even 3 if you time it right. And yeah. This is now what you're gonna do for the rest until level 10. And this is gonna be the part where I'm kinda ending this video, cause I'm like, okay, I do like maybe 10 levels each part. Maybe at level 30 I'm gonna make it in 5 steps, I don't know. But yeah, this is basically all you need to know up to this point. As you probably realized, there isn't much lore we could talk about currently. But there will be more as soon as we enter the bone mines. Because as said, as at my like normal lore video, the bone mines are like the place for lore. Like there's a lot of stuff you can talk about entering the bone mines. And also, as you can see from the gameplay again, I'm kinda jumping between the lines. I'm sorry for that. It's new making those kinds of videos, and I hope you like it. Just move around a bit. Gather like some 2 to 3 stacks of monsters and kill them for the lower level ones until level 10. And as you can see from the XP bars, it goes really fast. Pretty much the first 10 levels are like a walk in the park. It's pretty easy, it's fun, it's refreshing to play like the early game after you like basically in the late game, and I'm just currently just maxing skills. Currently I'm never working. I will trade some items over from this character to my main later. But yeah, pretty easy stuff at the end, and I hope you liked the tutorial. Before we end the video, one closing note, as a kind of foreshadowing. Those stacks drop their horns, you know, the stack rack. You may have seen it in my inventory before because I was lucky enough to drop it. Those will be, I think, needed for a later quest. Yeah, pretty sure. They will be needed for quest later, and as you can see from me killing them, they're not really that common. So don't worry, you will get them at some point. There it starts to be a bit harder, just don't lose hope and you'll be able to get them at some point. And with that out of the way, I just gonna say I hope you enjoyed. In the next part we're gonna start going towards, with M by the way you open the map. On phone it's here, just over this one. You can click this. And the next part, we basically finished almost everything in this area. In the next area, we're gonna go towards here, the swine pits. And yeah, and from that you can see we can slowly work towards the mines, in the mines, and then from the mines towards here. And Shadowfang will add more. So I hope you liked the video. I didn't talk too much. And I'll see you safe next time. And as soon as we talk about fishing, I also explain those shrines. And yeah, I will see you. Goodbye. Before I end this video for real now, there's another little side note I just realized while playing. I'm like used to the Heartwood progression system, so it doesn't, I forgot this existed and I didn't, like I automatically went to next enemies. But as you can see, I'm level 7 now, and the normal bunnies, level 1 and a bit level 2 too, have grey numbers. Grey means they don't give any XP to you. Yellow means they give moderate XP. Orange mean they give much XP. And red means they give a lot XP. So you basically try to always farm yellow to orange enemies and don't farm grey. Like every 5 levels, you don't get XP from that anymore, so look out for that. And that's it for real now. I hope this helps you as well, and I see you next time. Goodbye.